So good morning, welcome, happy Friday. It's Judith, and this is a 1-hour gentle Kripalu yoga class. So welcome. We might have new people, so welcome, especially the gang. We've been here about 4 years, so it's been a good long ride. So so welcome. The props we use in this class are a yoga mat. You could substitute a yoga mat if you don't have one with a beach towel or maybe a folded blanket on a padded carpeted surface is the best because tile or wood will be very hard on the knees. The knees won't like it. Another prop we like to have available is a yoga strap. This is easy to substitute with a long narrow scarf, a belt, a dog leash, a bathrobe tie, even a towel. Also, yoga blocks. These are the styrofoam versions. If you don't have yoga blocks, you could get 2 canned goods of equal size and weight, perhaps. I have rolled up a towel here. I fixed it with rubber bands, and this is my little fake bolster that I use behind my knees frequently. And then I also have a squishy mat. So you might want to have some padding, some kind of padding, maybe small cushions from the bed or the sofa are fine. And then optional also would be hand weights. You might have a pair there lying around, but maybe not. And I would recommend nothing heavier than 2 pounds for this class. And then last but not least is our friend, the chair. So this is a standard metal folding chair. It's great. It's on the yoga mat. It's not going to slip or slide. And if you don't have a yoga mat, you could put the back legs of the chair up where the wall meets the floor or the baseboard. It will definitely not move. Or you can also use for balance a wall or a piece of furniture that's not going to move when you push on it. So, and we'll have questions after the end of the class. So hang on to your questions and I'm happy to answer. Also, if whatever's being offered doesn't work for your body, you can modify. You could do another posture or you could skip it. So bear that in mind and just listen to what the mind and the body are saying. All should be well. Let's take the feet about shoulder width apart and we'll just start warming the body by swinging the arms like empty coat sleeves or wet spaghetti noodles. And the idea here is to shift the weight from side to side. So as you twist to the left, you might want to lift the right heel. When you twist to the right, you want to lift the left heel. But if that's too much, then you keep the feet securely grounded into the mat for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's keep moving, except now we're going to tap the torso, and the backhand is going to tap up higher by the kidneys, giving a little stimulation. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then slowly unwinding, not abruptly stopping. You need to abruptly stop. And then going ahead, and we're going to place the hands on the hips here, circling the hips forward, squeezing the navel to spine as you round in the back. So again, stimulating the body gently to wake up. All of these gentle moves are nice at the first thing in the morning. If you're tired, if you're still stiff and sore, a lot of these moves can help loosen things up. Let's go ahead and corkscrew back to center and then start swinging the hips in the opposite direction. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then corkscrewing back to center. Let's roll some shoulders now. Open the chest. Always a good idea to open the chest, roll those shoulders back, since we spend a lot of time hunched over computers, steering wheels, shopping carts, etc. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go the other way. Breathing. You might hear pops and crunches. It's usually just air in the joint, so no worries. For 4, 3, 2, One, very nice. And then shake out the arms. Let's just go ahead and rotate in a circular way that humerus bone into the shoulder girdle. This is pumping synovial fluid into the joint. The synovial fluid doesn't happen until you start moving the joints. For 4, 3, 2, 1, very nice. And from here, we'll just come to standing. Maybe the feet could be about shoulder width apart. Let's take the fist, place it right in front of the chest, and we're going to cast off Dale Chi, life force. So think of all those things that have been bothering you that you're done with: anger, frustration, anxiety, fear. Blow it out. All right. So it's inhale to the side, fist back to center. Inhale, 2 more. We'll go front. 2 more. Now to the back. Last one. Very nice. Take everything out and sort of liven things up a bit. So now we're going to take our little bird hands. So the 4 fingers together meet the thumbs, and we're going to have little bird beak hands. And there's a notch here right in the shoulder. You can place it right where the shoulder girdle meets the joint. There's like a little notch in there. You want to place your bird beaks right in there on each side. And then the feet will be about under the hips, but let's take the right foot forward. The left foot stays back a bit. And you're going to lead with your right elbow, inhaling forward and then circling and twisting and looking over the shoulder. So you're developing this rocking motion forward, rocking motion back. Inhaling, twisting, and exhaling. Let's do 8, 7, or as many as you can manage. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then coming back to neutral, the foot meets the other foot. You're back where we started. Now we're going to just take the left foot slightly farther forward than the right. You're going to turn the body to face that extended left leg. And with your left elbow, you're going to go forward, rocking back, looking over the shoulder, forward and back. Let's do 8, for as many as you can manage. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then slowly coming back to center. Left foot meets the right. You're going to fold the arms a bit here, shake them out a bit. And now from here, maybe the feet shoulder width apart, toes point forward, maybe interlacing the fingers behind the back of the body. Now, it's not about resting those arms and hands on the bum. It's about stretching the arms away. So we're opening the chest. We're lowering the shoulder blades down, stretching the arms away for 4, 3, 2, 1. Take those fists and rest them on the right hip. And try not to torque off to the left when you do that. So the idea is to keep the chest square to the front of your screen or your space. Big stretch in the left shoulder girdle for 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center, coming down slowly. Fists rest on the left hip. No torquing off to the right, but a big stretch on that right shoulder girdle for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Let's come back to center with the hands and the arms. Stretch them away. You might want to keep your feet right where they are. If you want more challenge, cross right foot outside of left foot. Both feet should be flat. The thighs are squeezing together, like no space between the thighs. And you might want to balance and stretch here. If you want even more challenge, tuck the chin. Going forward, forward into a forward fold or not. When you get to your sticking point at the bottom, 3 big breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Loading it up, nice and easy. Elevator ascending, unwind the hands, work, unwind the legs, shake everything out. How was that side? Will you rather not say? So anyway, let's take the feet directly under the hips. Now, left foot goes outside of the right if you're crossing. Otherwise, the feet can stay directly under the hips. Stretch the arms away. This fold of the legs might feel different. If you want more challenge, tuck the chin, going forward into a forward fold, drawing the arms over the head or on their way. When you hit the bottom, 3 big breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. The flat back, float it up, triple slow time, no rushing. Unwinding hands, unwinding legs, shake everything out. How was that side? And just bear in mind that balance changes from day to day. So just keep doing the balancing. Some days it's terrific, some days it's not there. So don't judge yourself, okay? Let's take the chair, or you could be near a wall or a piece of furniture. And let's take that leg closest to the chair is the right leg. You're going to put your weight in the right leg. You're going to flex the left foot. And now we're going to start swinging the leg very slowly and gently. And maybe once you get your swinging leg going, the highest you'd want to bring it would be up to the waist, nothing higher. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then slowly, slowly bringing that down to stillness. Very nice. Shake out both legs. Now, again, weight in the right leg. I'm holding onto the back of the chair. I'm going to lift this leg up. If you want to hold the back of the thigh for more support, that's an option. And then just start dangling the lower leg like the pendulum on a clock. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming to stillness. Now the knee is going to create a figure 8 in the air for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then slowly placing that leg down, shake everything out. Yes, indeed. Let's go to the other side. So now the leg closest to the chair is the left leg, or the leg you didn't do before. So the weight I'm going to put in the left leg, the right foot stays flexed. And then you're going to gently start swinging that leg. The highest you'd want to swing it would be waist high, but just find what your optimum lift is for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then slowly de-escalate. Don't just stop. Oh, let's shake out arms and legs. A little respite there. Again, weight in the left leg. You're going to lift the right leg, maybe up to waist height, and then dangle the lower leg like the pendulum on a clock for 4, 3, 2, 1. Then the leg is going to make a figure 8 in the air with the knee for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Leg comes down, shake it out, both legs. Noticing right side of body and left side of body. Right leg and left leg. Let's go ahead and, if you have weights, grab weights if you want to use weights or not, or any props that you have you might want to use, that's fine. I'm going to take a block. If you have an extra small squishy ball, like an exercise ball, that could go between the thighs. Doesn't necessarily have to, but it's just a little bit extra work for the lower body while we work the upper body. So nothing, or a block or a squishy ball in the inside of the thighs. No weight or one weight in each hand. The palms face the back wall. Exhale, right arm up to shoulder height only. Inhale, drop it down. Exhale, left arm up to shoulder height only. Drop it down. Alternating side to side for 8. Don't rush it. 7, or a soft fist, you're not using the weight. 6, 5, squeeze the thighs. 4, 3, 2, squeeze the thighs, and 1, keep squeezing the thighs. Now maybe the 2 arms together, or maybe you want to keep alternating. You can choose. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up on 1, and now we're going to exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And arms go back to neutral. Lower it down. Triple slow time. No rushing. No weight or one weight in each hand. The palms now face the midline. Exhale, right fist into right armpit. Inhale, take it down. Exhale, left fist into left armpit. Take it down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Remember to keep squeezing your thighs. Now, no weight, one weight, or two weights in the 2 hands together. Squeezing your thighs. Now start stirring your witch's cauldron here. So it's only the arms and the upper body making the exertion. Everything from the waist down is still. Sits bones grounding into the chair seat. Oh, let's go back to neutral and circle the other way. Get a nice mix in there. Something tasty for after class, perhaps. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then releasing the weights, releasing the block, maybe grabbing some water or a tissue break. And then we're going to stay in the chair. And then we're going to take our little bird beak hands one more time. We'll start tapping right here in the center of the chest, right there where the heart is, busily pumping away. And this will stimulate the thymus gland, which is part of its responsibilities are for immunity, casting off all the germs and bugs that don't belong in there. And you might want to go up and down the torso tapping. Nice and gentle. And when that feels fairly complete, let's extend the right arm, and either with your bird beak hands or the flat of the hand or a soft fist, tapping down the inside of the right arm all the way to the fingertips. Flip the arm out over, and you're going to come up the outside of the arm, the yang meridian. And then once you get up here to the neck and shoulders, do a little pounding there. And let's not forget the right armpit, because that's where the lymph dumps a lot. That's one of the places the lymph goes to be distributed throughout the body. We're going to go back down 2 more times. We go down the inside of the right arm, the yin meridian. Flip the arm up the yang meridian, the outside. neck and shoulder. Don't forget the armpit. Down the inside of the arm. Back up the outside of the arm. Up to the neck and shoulder. Let's hit the armpit. And let's go back to neck and shoulder and just give a nice kneading. So you can take your fingers there and just knead that big, meaty muscle right there at the top of the shoulders. That's a really great place where tension likes to rest and reside. We're going to get rid of it. And then you're going to take with your left hand, wrap it around the outside of your right side of your neck. Inhale, draw the fingers to the left as you turn the face to the right. Nice steady pressure on your neck, not too much, not too hard. Inhaling and exhaling. Oh, really loosening up some of that tension in the neck. 2 more, dragging the fingers. Oh yeah. And then 1 last time, neck massage. Oh, this should feel good. And then coming back to center, taking your bird beak hands, returning to your thymus thumb, up and down the torso, saying hello to thymus for you. Hello, thymus. Here we go. And then back up. And then we're going to move over to the left arm, either bird beak hands or flat of hand or soft fist, tapping down the inside of the left arm, all the way to the fingertips, flipping the arm over, going up the outside of the arm. And don't forget the neck and the shoulder and your armpit. And then back down the inside of the arm. We'll do 3 passes on each side. Up the outside of the arm, neck and shoulder. Don't forget the armpit. And then down the inside 1 more time. Up the outside, the yang meridian. Oh, neck and shoulder, armpit. And then you're going to take one of your hands, it doesn't matter which one, and you're going to massage this big meaty muscle here on this side of the shoulder girdle. You get lots of tension that sits in there for hours. And so using your fingertips or your knuckles to break down some of that tension. And then you're going to take your right hand, wrap the fingers around the left side of the body, the neck rather, sorry. And then you're going to turn the face to the left as you drag your fingers to the right, getting a nice deep tissue massage into that neck area. Nice and gentle, finding your own pace here, your own rhythm. Not necessarily a death press, but it's a nice steady pressure here on softening some of these muscles. Last time, nice and gentle. And then coming back to center and just shaking out the hands, shaking out the arms. Very nice. If you have a block, grab a block, but if you don't, I'll give you options, all right? So the legs are going to be wide. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the right forearm and place it here on that right thigh. 1 more time, let's take that arm up to the sky this time. You're grounding through the left sits bones for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's circle the arm. 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way. 4, 3, 2, 1. Arm floats down, resisting the gravity slowly. And then left forearm rests on left thigh as the right arm goes straight up to the sky. Big stretch on the right side of the body. Little circles with that top arm. 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way. 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Coming back to center. Let's go ahead and we're going to do like a swinging pendulum with the torso. So we're going to move from right to left and from left to right. You're squeezing those abs every time you swirl forward. So you come to a nice tall sitting position, long spine, squeezing the abs as you move through the center. 4, 3, 2, one. Nice. And now we're going to heel toe the feet together or step the feet together. The block can stay there. Let's cross the right ankle on top of the left thigh. Right ankle crosses on top of left thigh. The right foot stays flexed throughout. I'm going to take the right hand, little pulses with the right hand onto the right thigh, not the knee. And we're just giving a little pulse here to bring more synovial fluid into the hip for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Bring that to stillness. Take your right arm, float the forearm underneath the right calf, lift the baby up and start rocking your baby, your leg baby, for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Bringing it to stillness, same ankle, right ankle crosses on top of left thigh. The right foot is still flexed. We're going to float the arms up. Inhale up, and then exhale over both legs here. Maybe you've got nice long arms that come to the floor. I don't. Maybe the hands want to reach for the block. But if they don't even get that far, you can grab opposite elbows up here at the top with the leg and hang out up here with the top. So the top right foot is flexed. Now, in addition to that, you're going to externally rotate that foot outward. You should feel it immediately in your outer right hip. So here, don't let the head dangle if you can avoid it. Maybe it's a static press, but maybe it's little micro movements. You can choose. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Coming back to center. Slowly rising up with the torso. No rushing. Right hand can come to right knee, and we're just going to circle that leg, the whole package, getting out any air bubbles that might have crept into the hips, and then circle it the other way, getting out all the kinks. And then placing that foot down, maybe shaking the legs a bit. Let's do the other side. Left ankle crosses over top of right thigh. Left ankle crosses over top of right thigh. The top left foot stays flexed throughout. Left hand gently pulses the left thigh. Avoid the knee joint. So you're just giving it a gentle pulse here so that you're pumping synovial fluid into the left hip for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Bringing that to stillness. Left forearm slips under left calf, rocking the twin, your other leg baby. And it could be little side to side rocks, or maybe it's circling. If you choose circling, you should circle in both directions. And that top left foot stays flexed. And you're sitting tall. Yeah, one last instruction. And then slowly you're going to place that left ankle on top of the right thigh. Top foot is flexed. Float the arms up overhead. Inhale. Exhale, going over. Maybe you reach the floor. Maybe you reach the block. Maybe it's grabbing arms up here at the top. And now, in addition to that top left foot being flexed, you're going to externally rotate the top left foot, which should give you a big stretch here in that left side of the hip for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do 4 more. 4, don't let the head dangle. 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Back to center. Slowly float the torso upright. Left hand on left knee. And you're going to just circle. Nice and easy. And then you'll circle the other way. Very nice. And then bringing that to stillness. If you were using a block, you can move it away. I'm going to grab a strap. Now, if you don't have a strap, the instruction would be hold the back of the thigh and kick, kick, and down. So I'll show you what it is with the strap. Don't grab the back of the knee, just grab the back of the thigh. So I'm going to loop my strap around the ball of the right foot. I'm keeping it, both ends of the strap on the inside of the leg. And you can sit back more in this chair so that the thighs have a bit more support. You're going to inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, put the leg down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, put the leg down. We'll do 4. 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Flip the strap off of that foot. Notice right leg, notice left leg. Do they feel the same? Probably not. Now I'm going to loop the strap around the ball of the left foot. Evening out the ends of the straps. I like to put the 2 ends of the strap on the inside of the leg. It just seems more manageable that way. It's going to be inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, put the leg down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, put the leg down. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Remove strap. Now, let's go ahead and turn to the right in the chair. So you're facing the side. You can do this with a strap or you can do this with your hand. If you have trouble accessing your foot or your shin, use the strap. So I'll demo. Here again, this front butt cheek is half on and half off the chair seat. It makes it easier to grasp your leg. And either with a strap or your hand, you're going to grab the shin, the ankle, or the top of this foot, your left foot. You're doing it with me here, mirroring it. And so we're drawing that leg back, and we're pressing that foot into the hand into the foot. So you have an isometric press going. My back arm is clasping the back of the chair. So that's what's holding me up. So as I press away for 8, 7, 6, 5, big stretch for the quad, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release the leg and then slowly come through back to center. There's no rushing here at all. Let's turn and face the left. So you're facing the side. This front butt cheek is half on and half off of the chair. I'll use the strap on this side. So with your hand or strap, grab the shin, the ankle, or the top of the foot as you draw it back behind you. The back arm is supporting me with the back of the chair so I don't fall off the chair. So we have a big stretch here on the quad, and you press the hand into the foot into the hand if you're using the hand for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice, and leave it, release it. Very good, very good. Let's turn and face the center one more time. If you have weights and would like to add in weights, here's an opportunity. Or nothing. So no weight or one weight in each hand. The palms face down on top of the thighs. Here again, it's more preferable to sit closer to the front of the chair seat. So we'll stay on the right to start. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Place that foot down. Pause in the middle, noticing right side of body and left side of body. Let's go to the left. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then slowly coming down for that. Let's lose the weights. You might want to grab the sides of the chair seat for this one. It's inhale, exhale, exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, little Russian dancer here, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. And then slowly coming back down to neutral. Let's sit back a bit in the the chair seat rather. Hands on thighs. Let's isolate the ribs and just circle the ribs here just to give a little squeeze to those internal organs. We'll say hello again. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. And when you find the opportunity, you're going to go the other direction. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then coming back to center. Now this is going to be like a stand sit challenge. You can either do stacked palms right over the heart, or you can hook your thumbs together and spread the fingers wide like little feathers. That's Eagle Mudra in yoga. Or you could hold on to the sides of the chair seat, or you can move the arms forward to help you get up. So you can choose what version you'd like. And it's probably useful to sit closer to the front of the chair seat than the back. Feet are flat, hip distance apart. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. The last one, we're going to hover, not land. So hover here. See if you can keep the feet flat, torso upright, little tiny pumps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Straighten the legs, unwind the arms, shake everything out. Big sigh of relief. Whew. Now, if you have anxiety about getting onto the mat, this is a very quick tutorial on how to get onto the earth. Should you not, have problems. So I'm facing the chair seat. Most of the weight will go in the arms. You can grab the sides of the chair seat, shift the weight into one leg, and then slowly drop one leg down, second leg down. You're on the earth. To get back up again, and this is true if you fall or something, you can use this to get back up. So either sides of chair seat, maybe grabbing the whole seat itself, maybe lifting and assisting one leg forward, and then you tuck these back toes. Again, weight goes in the arms. Inhale, lift the bums, and then one foot under the chair seat, second foot under the chair seat. Use the back of the chair to ascend slowly. And then you're here standing, no head rush. So if you need to use the chair to get onto the earth, go for it. Otherwise, we're going to take our blocks to the narrow end of the mat. And that's the way we'll know where they are. And we're going to do a series of swan dives here. And then we'll go onto the mat, downward facing dog. So it's inhale up, exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, come right back up. Exhale, swan dive forward. 2 more, lifting and pressing, lifting and staying in your forward fold. Fingertips can come to mat or perhaps low blocks. Here you can let the head hang. Micro bend the knees left and right here. Stretching out that low back, another area where lots of tension creeps in. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Legs come to stillness, stepping back into downward facing dog. The body's in a triangle shape here. You can bicycle pedal the heels, wag your dog tail, possibly bark, but maybe not. Big full breaths. Move those hips, stretch the back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Legs come to stillness. Float the knees down. Big toes together, knees wide apart. Press into child pose. This is where I take my towel, place it behind my knees, and then press back with the hips. The hips are trying to get to where the heels are. And the arms could either be forward on the mat, maybe beside the legs on the mat. If the forehead doesn't get to the mat, you could stack your palms, place the forehead there, or stacked fists, place the forehead there, or resting on a low block if you have access to a block. And then once we're here in child pose, maybe little micro movements side to side, east to west, or nothing. You could have a static press, trying to stretch out some of that tissue in the hips. And then bringing that movement to stillness, let's come out halfway out of the child's pose. Top of right foot nestles into arch of left foot. Top of right foot nestles into arch of left foot. Press the hips back. So you're smushing the bottom left foot. Meanwhile, the hands and the arms are on the earth on the left. You're taking that right hip and you're pressing it away 45 degrees on the diagonal, resulting in a huge stretch for the right side of the body. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Coming back to center. Tiptoeing. No, coming up halfway, sorry. Unwinding the feet. The top of the left foot nestles into the arch of the right foot. Then you press back. The arms go on the earth on the right. And you press your left hip away on the diagonal. Big stretch on the left side of the body. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back to center. And now coming up to neutral table. Hands and knees. Here you might want to pad your knees with an extra blanket or towel perhaps. Or a cushion. Let's go ahead and come into neutral table. And hips over knees, shoulders over elbows, elbows over wrists, fingers spread wide. Let's do a series of cat-cow. So cat-cow is dropping the belly, spreading the sits bones wide. Exhale, arch and squeeze, navel to spine like a Halloween cat. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, arch and squeeze. And then finding your own rhythm, your own pace here again, focusing your attention on the spine, all the vertebra in the spine, all the spongy discs between the vertebra, pumping fresh blood and life force into the spine. 2 more, squeezing, inhaling and dropping, and then squeezing. Last one, dropping and squeezing. Oh, back to neutral. Let's go ahead and do some hip circling now. You can adjust the width of the knees as you need. Circling the hips, breathing. Oh, and then coming back to neutral and circling the other way for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then coming back to starting position, let's find our way to sitting. Maybe moving some of the props away. And now the feet and the legs are hip distance apart. Toes point forward. You could grab backs of the thighs, or you could grab the shins. Avoid the knee joints if you can. Inhale forward, exhale back and squeeze. Inhale forward, exhale back and squeeze. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And let's roll it all the way down now, drawing the knees into the chest. This should feel delicious. You're drawing those bent knees into the chest, maybe a little rocking side to side, massaging the whole back body, including the back of the skull. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Back to central position. Feet hit the earth. Oh. So the knees are bent. Let's take the feet mat width apart. Knees are still bent, and we'll just windshield wiper those knees side to side. This should give some massage relief to the low back area, below the waist. Nice and easy. Moving those bent knees side to side for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then coming back to starting position, the feet again are hip distance apart. Keep the right foot on the mat, but draw that left bent knee into the chest. Now you're going to angle the left knee out to the side, maybe 30 degrees. With your hand or a strap, grab the inside or the outside of the left foot. I'm not mirroring you for this. So the knee is bent. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, extend the leg straight out to the side, about 30 degrees. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, stretch it out. Let's do 4, 3. This is a modified happy baby. 2, 1. Very nice. Rebending. Left foot now goes back to earth. Draw the right knee into the chest. Ah. With your hand or a strap, grab the inside or the outside of the right foot. The right knee angles out about 30 degrees. Inhale, knee is bent. Exhale, straighten the leg out to the side. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, straighten the leg at the angle. For 4, 3. You could grab the back of the calf too if you needed to. 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then coming back and taking both of those knees into your chest, massaging. Let's roll on the sacrum now. So the sacrum is that bony part of the low back right there by the buttocks. And there's like a little bony part there that hardens after the baby is born. It takes a while, I think. And then you're going to circle the other way. So massaging that low back area that gets nice and tight. Breathing. And then bringing the legs to stillness. Let's extend the legs up to the sky. Let's take the hands underneath the bum, the palms face down. Let's take the 2 legs together. Inhale, drop the legs and hover. You're not going to land. Exhale, lift and squeeze. So you're squeezing abdominals like crazy on this one. Inhale, drop and hover. Exhale, lift and squeeze. So we'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Legs go right back up to perpendicular. Now, if you have a strap, you can grab a strap. And if you don't have a strap, just grab the backs of your thighs. That should work just fine. I'm going to loop the strap around the balls of the feet, evening out the ends. And then the legs are going to go wide, a big wide V. And we're going to just rock back and forth, kind of a soothing, winding down kind of move. You can just imagine you're back in the crib here, playing with the mobile or your feet. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then coming back to stillness. Legs come together. Strap goes away. Draw the knees into the chest one more time and massage the low back. And the knees come back down, the feet come back down, the legs are still bent. Let's windshield wiper the feet side to side, the knees rather. The feet are mat width apart. The last little bit of massage. Next time the knees drop to the left, leave them there. Maybe they want to land on a cushion or a block. The knees drop to the left, the face and neck look to the right. If looking to the right bothers the neck, don't do it, just skip it. I'm going to pulse my right hip up where the wall meets the ceiling. 4, 3, you don't have to do the pulse. You might want to just do a static press. 2, 1, nice. Knees go back up to the ceiling. Feet are mat width apart. Windshield wiper the knees side to side. Knees drop off to the right. Head and neck might want to look to the left. If it bothers your neck to look to the left, skip it. My left hip is going to pulse up to where the wall meets the ceiling. Last little movement there in the hip for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then back to center. A few more windshield wipers to recalibrate. And then slowly start stretching the legs out straight. The arms and legs can move to 30 to 45 degrees, flat on the earth. Maybe you want to roll something underneath the knees to protect the low back if you have a cranky low back. If flat on your back isn't going to work, return to feet mat width apart, knees knocked together like a tent in the center, restorative rest. Or if flat on the back is not working either, then roll to one side, stack hips and legs, rest head on upper arm, or maybe on a block or a cushion and a block. Maybe you have an available wall and would like to put your legs up the wall. Or you might wish to sit in the chair. Feet flat, palms resting on the thighs. Long spine as the crown of the head floats up to the sky. And once you've organized your arms and your legs, allowing the eyes to drop closed, relaxing the face and the jaw, the back of the neck. And then imagining we're approaching our friend, the hot tub, placing those feet in that warm, delicious water. And that relaxation, that warmth moves into the feet, the ankles, the low legs, and then it envelops the knees, permeating the complex structure of the knees. And then it moves into the thighs, allowing the legs and the feet to become very, very heavy. The softness moves into the hips and pelvis now. And then it moves from the belly into the waist and torso, enveloping the ribs, heart, lungs, liver, kidneys, spleen, pancreas, colon, stomach, all the vital organs deeply relaxed. It moves up the chest and into the shoulders, rolls down both arms all the way to the fingertips, all the way to the fingertips. It moves into the throat and the neck now, and then it envelops the head, all the way to the crown of the head. The back of the neck releases, the face and the jaw let go. The tongue lies at the bottom of the mouth, teeth slightly apart. Eyes sink deep into the skull. as though a white circle of healing light permeates every cell in the body. Noticing back body and front body, right side and left side. Noticing the whole body together, the whole body together, the whole body together. And while we're resting in Shavasana, here's a quote from Pema Chodron from her book, Welcoming the Unwelcome. We are at a time when old systems and ideas are being questioned and falling apart. And there is a great opportunity for something fresh to emerge. The time we live in is a fertile ground for training in being open-minded and open-hearted. Working with polarization and dehumanization won't put an immediate end to the ignorance, violence, and hatred that plague this world. But every time we catch ourselves polarizing with our thoughts, words, or actions, and every time we do something to close that gap, we're injecting a little bodhicitta, loving kindness, into our usual patterns. We're deepening our appreciation for our interconnectedness with all others. If you commit to overcoming polarization in your own mind, it's a life changer, and it will help the world as well. If you'd like to remain in Shavasana for as long as feels right, please feel free to stay right there. But if you're ready to meet the day, begin to bring some gentle movement to fingers and toes and arms and legs. And as you are ready, drawing the knees into the chest, if you're on the earth, in a well-deserved hug. And then rolling onto your favorite side and pausing there for just a few breaths in embryo posture. And on the next inhale, keeping the eyes closed, press yourself up into a comfortable seated posture, rooting the sits bones down into the earth, drawing the crown of the head up into the sky, scanning the body for the effects of the practice, and thanking the body for all it does all day, every day, and bringing to mind one thing for which you are grateful. And on the next inhale, let's float the palms up overhead, hands meet in prayer, dropping down the midline, stopping at the heart, samastiti, this beating heart. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you stand in the light of your own true self. I salute the bright light in each and every one of you. Namaste, Jai Bhagwan.